S- So, good evening, and let me start my music therapy session. This is going to be, I think, my 15th lecture probably, and I used to perform also here. I'm a sarod player, and a couple of concerts are given in different hospitals. At least 30 concerts are given. Response is very, very amazing in all concerts. Now the thing is, as I spoke many times about the role of Indian classical music on stress management. This music has a time law, is a time theory. We have like morning ragas, afternoon ragas, sunset ragas, night ragas, late night ragas. They're all designed according to the biological clock. As the mood changes every after 3 hours, they are designed accordingly. I can tell you every rag is therapeutic, and because all 7 musical notes, they are very parallel to all 7 chakras and 7 colors. It's a very interesting and hidden science, as you cannot see electromagnetic waves in your body. Those sound frequencies you can't see, but it works. When the accident takes place on a road, you have something in your mind. There's a scratch sometimes on your screen, and it is a biochemistry. The message goes to brain, and from there it comes to your skin, and this is the reflection. When you see a very important food or important fruit, there is a saliva secretion. So this is the effect, and same kind of effect is given by those frequencies to the brain, right and left both. It certainly shows a balance of neurotransmitter agent, and that fluid which has imbalance, and because of that there is a abnormal behavior. So it has a power to give a equilibrium to that fluid. I had seen many cases in hospitals, mental hospital, that people who they don't know anything, they don't have musical genes, they were responding so positively. So naturally, I had seen a patient not interested to sit at one place because of established schizophrenia symptoms. My music made them to sit for more than 45 minutes at one place. So a lot of clinical experience observation is there. Findings are very much. I can only tell you new thing is what we did in last 6 months. We did a 20 emotion study on 20 admitted patients in Cooper Hospital, and those emotions were taken down from net, and it was noted down in a decreasing order. I will tell you 100% of the patients were interested to go for a music session first, then 90% were alert, like that 85% were enthusiastic, 80% were not disturbed, upset, and those kind of the emotions. There was a pin drop silence. I performed a live concert for 30 minutes. It was just beside the psychiatric ward, and all doctors, nursing staff, ward boys, relative of patients and patients. It was a full quorum, and I would say that feedback forms was written by doctors immediately after my concert. The success rate was 80%. So what I mean to say is, actually it's a study of 6 weeks. After every 7 days there should be one EEG, and you can compare with all EEGs, first week, second week, third week, like that. Recently I performed for Rotary Club. Tomorrow also again I am performing. So I am going to make an appeal to them that you make such kind of arrangement in hospitals where patients can hear classical music at least 4-5 hours, 6 hours a day at particular time in a very low volume you can have, which will not disturb, but it will break the monotonousness atmosphere of the hospital, and it will give a refreshing mood to the patients. So I am going to appeal to Rotarians that speak to Dean of some medical colleges in Mumbai, and make an arrangement of those kind of internet and those facilities where we can put CD at one in the office and can be heard in all wards. Interestingly, instrument has a universal language. Any person from any part of the world can understand instrumental playing. We have in instrument we have like Gatkari, which is called as particular rag, and there is no song in it. It is specially designed for sitar and sarod, and it is always associated with tabla. The rhythm and musical notes, a combination, it gives a different kind of charm. So normally I perform from soothing notes and it slowly reaches to rock, maintaining the flavor of that particular rag. I tell you, the pause in between two notes that triggers your brain and that gives a flavor. So the pause is very, very important. One phrase is there, then there is a pause. By the time the frequencies are over, your second phrase should be ready in your mind. So it comes, then third, and it goes on, and a synchronization with the rhythm. Because tabla has a different kind of special language, which is the only language in the rhythm with Indian classical tabla. Like dha tirikid dha tunna katta tirikid tunna katagina gadigina dha tidha. There is a special language which a drum player, they don't have this kind of language. And in instrument we have dadirdara, dirdirdara strokes. In sarod, it is a male instrument and sitar is a female instrument. Sitar is it goes upwardly and sarod is horizontal. In sitar there are frets like guitar, and in sarod there is only steel plate. It's all you can play with skin and put a nail, tip of the nail, to give a sharpness to the note. And with right hand there is no plastic for like guitar or acrylic. There is a coconut shell which is polished, and it gives a natural tone. The leather of the instrument is made up of a goat. It's a 10 months baby goat, and that skin of the stomach is used for sarod. If it is thick, it goes for dholak, dholki and tabla, for different kind of rhythm instruments. The thinner the skin is, you get a long frequency, sustained frequency. And there is a technique of putting that leather. It is basically made in Calcutta, and repair work is done there only. But nowadays Some people have started, workers have started coming to Bombay, and they do it in my house only. They did it in 6 hours. They leather is new leather is put on the. So this is a instrument information. Wires are steel wires, and basically it is made in Germany. Rizlu is a company. Rizlu wires. They're so smooth, and there is no problem for us to play. Absolutely. We put plain coconut oil, and we give a lubrication while playing. All three notes, means we call it as middle octave, higher and lower octave. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, then same and higher upper notes. Complete, all three octaves are complete. If you see the tone, its Sarod tone is like a lion. It's a lion roaring in jungle, and he has started for hunting. So slowly the mood catches, and it takes you to rock, and it's so fantastic, as if the deer is running and lion is after that deer. That kind of a speed it gathers at the end. So it's absolutely, when I perform, when I practice, invariably in my mind that the lion is catching a deer. Very interesting point is, because of this rag combination, there are emotions and feelings in it. It's like a mythology of India. And if you see Bhagwan Sri Krishna, he used to play flute, bamboo flute, not steel flute. If you see goddess Sharda Devi or any goddess, there is a veena like sitar in the hand. So it has come from that era, and only we have to promote it, make a propagation of it to reduce the stress. This is my focus, and my focus is only on anxiety and depression cases. I just don't want to go away from that. Sleeplessness is associated with that, hypertension is associated with that, and so there are no tall claims. I just don't want to make any tall claims. Music is for stress. It is known universally. This is basically a part which I have learned from 4 teachers, and I am playing for last 32 years now. I started in 1982. The maximum number of teachers or gurus you have, you get maximum kind of knowledge from them. You know how to be on the stage, how to speak, what to play, and this is naturally, as I am from the tradition of Pandit Ravi Shankar, so he was international fame in sitar, who promoted Indian classical music to the Western world. When he was performing in Germany, he was closing his eyes and performing alap, devotional alap. So he was not looking at the musical notes, not reading. So there was a media, they were so astonished that they wrote that what an Indian musician, he is closing his eyes and playing alap. Ad-lib, they call it as in Western classical music. So this is a beauty, that it's a creation. When you want to go from A to B, there are so many routes where you can go. Everybody has got a different imagination, thinking power, and you act accordingly in your playing. So it's a very devotional playing of him, and that kind of tradition. I'm lucky that I've been trained in the same tradition. My fourth teacher, who is no more now, 2 years back he expired, and he was 80 years old that time. I used to go to his house, he used to come to my house, but it was a daily training, what it was 50 years back in Indian classical music. It was not a class of like mathematics or physics. It's class of 1 hour or 45 minutes, then you go home. So because of his ill health, I used to get medicine from him. I used to make some arrangements. I used to tea for him. Then I used to inspire him that, sir, now yes, you must be now feeling better. Now you tell me what is the next. I used to write down. Then we used to go for walk. We used to go for senior citizen clubs. We used to write. There was no time pass. There was no only morning walk. Invariably, there was a discussion on music only. And he taught me some 7-8 years. Then he became ill, and he became bedridden slowly. And the information which I gathered from him, invariably in my concerts, it is at the back of my mind. And he used to tell me that I have given you everything now. You have to only practice and polish it. It's like gold or diamond. You polish and it reflects. If you are satisfied inside, you can give a joy to the audience. So this is a charm of music therapy. Nowadays it is taking shape slowly, and it took me 15 years here. That is, I started in 2000 after coming from Singapore. I stayed there for 6 months, and especially Europeans, they have inspired me there that Indian music is soothing, why don't you work into it. Then I came to Bombay, and one diamond merchant inspired me to start actual work in this. Then I met the Dean of Medical Colleges, and the journey started. Now I can only tell you that doctors, allopathic doctors, modern medicine doctors are interested in music therapy, particularly psychiatrists. Yes, now they know, they understand the importance of music, but the situation is should be favorable to make any kind of studies. Now, when we made a study in Cooper Hospital 6 months back, I can tell you, right from a junior doctor who is doing first post in MD psychiatry till medical superintendent, they were all interested in music therapy. Slowly the news will get spread. Now the Facebook and WhatsApp, you can do a lot of publicity. You don't need any media. We should give thanks to Facebook and US in that case. So my journey from 1982 to 2015, this is these years, I could definitely face the situation in a smooth and comfortable way because of my music, I would say. Difficulties, problems, they are going to come to each and everybody. But as you go to temple and pray to God, or you go to church, music works at the back of your mind as a God. Swari Ishwara, we call it as. God is, musical notes is like a God. It is a Hindu mythology. And I am promoting it cancer hospitals and various hospitals. that don't worry, this is a destiny, everybody has to face it, but there is somebody with you, that is music. Like pet therapy is very famous. You release your tension with pets. Yoga, laughter club, they're becoming more and more getting spread and spread because of stress only. So you should have some faith somewhere. Music is the number one, which you can't deny the contribution of music in stress management. So I think this is a very interesting topic, and let us hope that in coming 5 years we can come out with some kind of definite CDs or frequencies which we can show that yes, if you have a sleeplessness, please go to the bedroom and listen to it 15 minutes before you go to bed, because those frequencies, they work on your subconscious mind the whole night. So instead of driving a car and listening, or if you are busy in the office or kitchen, best part is go to bed, listen to it and go to sleep. You'll have a quality sleep, and it is proved by medical science. So I used to play here invariably, and there was a good kind of place and audience. It was a good interaction. It was like a musical concert in music club.
Their space was really
Yes. And now next month I am performing in Pune also. Yes. Actually, there is a small course of music therapy, but it's a very preliminary course, and you should have my focus was right from the day one. I invariably performed in hospitals. So whatever is going to happen, it should be happen in front of the whole team. Medical social workers are there, politicians are there sitting in the asylums, and it is always better that it should be in front of the whole team.
Unfortunately, medical team is so busy in
Busy,
other this thing, they don't want to.
Some of them are advocating also.
Advocating,
Yes,
internally they know this is true.
True.
But only
Yes, they can't
sustain
that
that
research and everywhere. But we'll do. I'll definitely try and get the things done from them, as they are now interested a lot.
awareness has
Awareness is absolutely, it has come now. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.